What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're first time here, hopefully you'll get some information that's valuable and maybe help you with your trades in the future. Today we're going to be messing around. It's July 3rd. Markets are closed. Well, the U.S. markets are anyways. Nasdaq's moving a little bit here and there, so we're just going to mess around and see if we can get a couple points. And if you can learn anything from how to scalp micros, then hey, it's a win-win. As you can see, we're coming up to 10 o'clock, and so we're just going to wait and see if we can get a setup. Price has been, in this range right here all morning long, and it's really not moving. This chart is a 5-minute chart. The two lines on the chart are a 14 and 50 EMA. And I do have a 1-minute chart off that you guys cannot see that I kind of look at, and we go off the 1-minute chart for if I'm trading E-minis, especially for see how big the candles are going to be and maybe where I'm going to be able to put my stop loss and not get wicked out and get destroyed by when I'm trading the prop firms. And I do trade 50K accounts. Sometimes I go to 150K, but mostly 50. But that being said, let's see what happens here. We're coming up on a new hour as well. And price, we can jump over here and look at the 1-hour chart really quick and see. Price likes to go back the opposite direction. Sometimes then it'll wick up and then come back down. Right now we are in it's a semi-bullish bearish candle. The candle's still red. My colors are off, maybe from the red and green that you like to see, because I like the blue and white seizure on the eyes, and it doesn't, tempt me to, chase the price, and go, if it's going, long or short. So the 1 minute or the 1 hour just opened up, and we're going to switch back over. We're going to look at the 15 real quick and see what that looks like. All right, the 15. And this platform you're seeing is NinjaTrader, by the way. But we got 15's kind of pushing down. It needs to really break these 30s to get moving up in an upward direction. But right now we're kind of pushing down, so we're going to switch back over to the 5. We're going to. Right now we're at that 14 EMA, so it's tricky. I mean, if we can keep pushing down, but we're sitting at that 900 as well. So, I mean, we can maybe try to scalp maybe 1 or 2 micros and see if we can get a little bit of profit here. And this is for educational purposes only. See what happens. Let's see. Hope everybody's off, or if you're not off, you're going to have, be off on Monday for the 3-day weekend and for the 4th of July. See what happens here. Alright, I'm gonna go short because I've been here before. We're gonna put that price stop loss right there. We're gonna do a little bit of take profit right there. Now we're scalping, so I'm not estimating this to come all the way down to here, so we're just gonna play with it a little bit and just see. Maybe you guys can get used to your entries. This is a tricky area because of the 14 and the 50. This is pretty much a no trade zone, but how we're setting up, we went up, down, we're doing lower highs, so we might be able to come back down and then push back up and just go a little bit higher. But right now, we're just gonna, up, down. It's just like a roller coaster, if you can imagine the charts. Or stair, and sometimes in Nasdaq it'll do stair steps. It goes stair steps up and elevator down. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. So, you can add another one right there. See if we can make enough to buy a McDonald's hamburger. Okay, price is like it's rejecting this area, but I'm wanting to see a little bit of a flush, to break the 908s, and then if we can break the 908s, it should be able to flush down here to the 904s or 900s at least. you know, that's a couple points. I mean, we'll be able to see what happens. On this side right here, this is I don't know, what is that called? I forgot. Yeah, tick strike. You got tick strike, and then we got bookmap up here. And if you guys are familiar with bookmap, it's good for order flow. It shows where the liquidity pools are, and there's thousands of videos on there, so you guys can check that out. Tick strike, basically, it shows the you know, when the orders hit the market, and it's just an indicator. I mean, that's all it is. All right, here we go. Just like I said, we're going to move the stop loss down, and we're going to trail this. And we're able to buy, you know, maybe a hamburger in the South somewhere. In California, probably not. All right, we're out. Made $31. Yeah, California, yeah, we might be able to get a hamburger out of that. Maybe a Happy Meal. But prices are going up everywhere, and the money's not. But yeah, you guys can check out Tick Strike and Bookmap. I use that, and sometimes I don't use that. I mean, today I'm just messing around and playing, and so you know, I left them on the screen. And if you guys like Tick Strike or Bookmap, you know, check them out, man. Because I mean, I like them. I mean, you can actually add you can add crypto. You can add, you know, like we have Nvidia here. You can add certain stocks, and it shows the volume that's pumping in at that particular time. It's not a signal pretty much saying go long or go short because they're going red or green. But you know, if you got a lot of you got NQ and ES and Nvidia, and they're all selling, or say for instance Nvidia and ES is selling, but NQ is just kind of holding for a second. You know, 90 to 95% of the time NQ will start dumping too, just in the correlation. But some days it won't, and then next thing you know, you're counting on this one, you know, indicator or, you know, platform to help you trade, and then your account's gone. So I've been there, done that as well. So they're just, you know, just like the EMAs, is just another confluence to help you and look at it and say, okay, well, maybe so. Maybe I'm going to be right on this trade, and I'm going to stick to my strategy and my discipline. And if I'm wrong, I'll wait for the next setup to pop. Right now, that was one little quick trade there. If you guys are interested in trading with the 14 and 15 EMA, you can check out my first video and look at that. It kind of shows how to do that. I got a little, you can download a PDF file as well. I kind of give you a little bit better understanding on how to trade that. Real quick, we'll go over it really fast. If you're looking at the 14 and the 50, while we're waiting for another setup here, this green line right here is the VWAP. So, but you couldn't see it because the prices just went over, you know, from Asia session last night. But if you can look right here, the 14 bounced right off the 50. It never did cross in this area. And I don't know if you can see it with how my chart is, but let me. It crossed. It crossed right there. It crossed, went down, and then we got this bullish candle pushing up, and then that set the tone for the rest of the night and this morning. How to trade off the 14 and the 50 EMA is basically good way to do that is you utilize the 14 as a stop loss barrier. So if you're going long, you know, put your stop loss underneath the 14, and if the candle patterns start breaking the 14, you know, the movement's over with, and it's going to start rejecting and go the opposite direction. Another way to do that is looking at the 50 as well, because the 50, it never did cross up here. It pushed and bounced, and then kept bouncing, and then it finally crossed down here. If you're trading E-mini, you would have got killed on this, but you know, micros, you can hold in for a little while, and you know, and either A, get in and hold it and let it, you know, go in your direction you want it to go, or B, it's going to hit your stop loss. More than likely, this would have hit your stop loss if you were, you know, riding this up and then it started wicking down like this. But we don't know until we know. And then after that, you could have taken a long ride here because it broke this pattern and rode it to the promised land. But that's one way of trading it. We can go back a little bit further. Let's see, right here, perfect example. That was yesterday. That would have been Thursday. And we had the double top, head and shoulders if you want to call it, M pattern, and went up, down like a roller coaster, like I was saying earlier, and then the elevator down, and it crossed. You could have got in right here at let's just say the 30,000s and held it and got out right here, or got out right here, because this would have been a good area to maybe get out because it bounced and rejected off the 14, but you could have got out and maybe got back in after it broke this area right here at the 29,616 and followed all the way through. So the 14 and the 50 are just good, confirmation areas for me to say, okay, I'm going to get in and hold the trade, or I'm not. But like I said, I'm not going to make this video very long. I just want to do a quick short video and show a couple trades. If we can get another trade set up, I'll do that. If not, I'm going to get ready to start my weekend and see how that works out, and celebrate the 4th of July in the United States. And if you guys are in the United States, or if you like to celebrate our 4th of July, happy 4th of July to everyone. Let's see, coming up on another 5-minute candle here. I got a countdown timer as well, so it kind of shows me, when everything is switching over, so I'm not guessing the times. Like TradingView has the time already set up on there, but NinjaTrader doesn't. So in this, NinjaTrader does have an ecosystem to where you can get all these fancy indicators. Some are paid, some are not, some are free, but it's worth checking out as well if you want to trade on NinjaTrader. All right, we're trying to get above the 14 EMA right here. You can hear that beeping in the background. I am going to turn that off because I'm tired of listening to it. And we will minimize that right there. And I will add links to this video for Bookmap and Tick Strike in the description, so you guys can check that out if you'd like. To each his own if you want to use them or not. A lot of traders, you'll hear them say that it's too much noise, too much clutter, all that. So I mean, it's whatever you prefer and how you trade. All right, so we're at 916. Price likes to bounce too off the 20s and the 80s, so you have to watch that as well. You'll get a rejection off the 20s, and then it goes back down, and then it comes back up and it'll bust through. But right here, these 30s are having a hard time getting through. So I mean, I want to see the price kind of get through the 20s and stay above them on the 1-minute chart especially, and then we'll go long. See if that works out or not. Let's see, come on. It is not happening right now. We're going to bump up. Let's see. Nope, price is slowing down like it always does. It's, like I said, it's a holiday, pretty much. And the main exchanges are closed over here in U.S., and so we're getting traders, but no institutional traders. Big money is really messing with it. Let's see. Now, if we can get back up underneath, 910, take another short. as you can see, this is, get some drawing tools out here. You can pop that line right here, I guess. Yeah, you can pop it. It tried to break right here, but the 50 was holding it up. But let's see if we can break this area. We're getting close to that 910 area again. Let's see. 5-minute candle is a good rejection. It's a good strong wick pushing down. Just like this right here. If you guys ever see this pattern right here on a 5-minute chart, at push up, bulls were in charge, and the bears said, no, you're not. We're going to push it right back down. That next candle, as soon as it broke that area, you could have went short at the 906 and rode it all the way down here to the 876s. All right, on the 1-minute chart, we have broken it, and it's sitting at 909, but it's trying to push up and fight. Let's see. We got 28 seconds on this 5-minute candle. We're going to see if this price can break this area. Because we can flush all the way down. We have a good chance of flushing down to the 70s or the 80s area. So let's see what happens. Alright, next 5-minute candle's fixing to form. Lagging a little bit because there's not a lot of volume in the market. So these timers are taking their sweet time to switch over as well. Okay, price did open above, right at the 14 EMA. And it's going to try to engulf this wick maybe, but if we can't get above it, then more than likely we're going to swing back down. Well, it's getting tight, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're coming up on it's 10:15 Central Time, so we're coming up on I think the markets are closing at 12, so everybody's kind of shutting up shop and just calling it quits for the weekend, and so all the prices it's not moving very fast. Trying to push 918. There you go. So we're above the 20s. Well, let's see. Let's go. I'm watching this 1-minute candle pattern as well. Y'all don't see that, but it's still on the chart. And y'all can have yours set up that way as well, to do the 5-minute and 1-minute, or the 1-minute or the 5-minute 15, whichever y'all prefer. See, we get a good push up like that, and then it just kind of slacks. But the buyers are trying to, come back in. The bulls. I'm gonna go long. All right, I went long there. We're gonna put our stop loss right there, and we're gonna not lose any money on this bad boy. See if it'll break this area, and it did not, but that's all right. We can go back in. Let's see, that line's acting as resistance right here, so I mean, we'll see if this is going to be a good support resistance. It's an imaginary line. Let's see what happens here. And if you wanted to, we could switch over here, and you can see how it's all working out for the 1 minute and how it looks. And you can scalp off this as well. His EMAs are kind of tricky, but you see a cross right here. But you got that push down right there, so you just kind of want to wait till the price gets back above it. And let's see. Come on, MMQ, let's see. No, it's like, nah. I don't want to go any higher. I'm tired. Alright, because see, right now the price is around the 20 area, and like I said earlier, you'll get a rejection sometimes off the 20. And you can get 5-10 points, sometimes you get 100 points, especially in New York session when the market's moving. So you have to be very careful on that. And that's a perfect example of the 20s, and it rejects. And it'll do the same thing on the 80s. You always, look at the price when it gets around the 80s or the 20s and look for a rejection. And they'll either bounce or just reject from it, whichever. If you're going, if you're bullish or bearish. Spit my words out. Let's see. Okay, you can see that the price came up here and it hit the 20s again. But it's rejecting off them 20s. So, are we going to move up? Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to go place a long, and I'm going to put my stop loss around the 13s. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And 13s, and we're good there. 1 minute chart showing good. We're gonna kind of let it do its thing. I'm gonna add one more because it was going up in the direction. Now this might backfire and might, see, there it goes. But that doesn't mean that we're gonna lose our hamburger money. We could now. Look at it pushing down, but I'm gonna hold it, and we're gonna see if it goes all the way down to the 14s. Then that's another perfect example of the 20 rejection, like I was saying earlier. All right, took me out. Now we're down to $5. Yay. But them 9-10s held again. I'm going to switch over to the 5 again and look at it. Get back over there. Come on. Switch over. There we go. Alright, so as you can tell, it is holding up. The 14 is still holding. So, we can still I'm going to go long on the 5 minute here. And let's see what happens here. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to put my stop loss right there. See if we can get a push up. We need to get through these 20s. Don't know if we're going to be able to get through them, and if we don't, then this will be another, invalid trade. But trading micros in such a small size, you can take multiple trades and still, be wrong, but still in green on the day. You're gonna make me a liar today, aren't you? Okay. We're gonna stay there. I'm gonna bring it down to this one right here, just 906. And the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing there is because you can see the pattern of this 5 minute where it's wicking and it goes up and down and then turns back up. So if this candle literally breaks this area and breaks this, then it's going to be breaking the 900s and away we go downhill. So we're, you know, that's the only reason I did what I did right there, to move my stop loss. $9.14, they're holding. Had that 14 EMA, it's holding up, trying to at least. Let's see. All right, tick strike and bookmap, they're both showing red, so that means the sellers are trying to come into play and push them down. We'll see if these 900s hold up though, because if the 900s can hold, then, well, and when you speak, it shows you that it can't. Okay, so we might be headed down. Let's check and see. Got another 5-minute candle fixing to form here. We're getting tight, so I mean, we're gonna have to break something. The 20s or the 900s. Let's see. This next candle is going to be forming. More than likely, it's going to be underneath 14 EMA, which, you know, all purposes say it's go short if it closes and, you know, the next candle opens underneath. All purposes say go short down here to the 902, so we're going to go short right here. I'm going to add 2 more, and we're going to see if we can get a good flush down. Put my stop loss above that candle there on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if we can get a good flush. You put your stop loss above the previous candle's high, or you put your stop loss above the previous candle's low, and you know that's a good way to, you know, set your risk and reward. Now, if you're trading E-minis, you know, that's 20 points, give or take, for the candle. So, I mean, that might be too much. So you just have to justify and look, you know, and say, okay, maybe I want my stop loss from, you know, I get in at 908 and I want it at 18 or 15 or something like that, just to minimize the risk. If NQ says, you know, I want to act stupid and bounce and go up and down, and you know, take stops out and then go the direction you wanted it to go. This 5-minute is looking good for a flush down. Yep, I'm going to add 1 more right there. So we're in 3 micros. Let's see if we can get our hamburger money back. Put your stop loss above that 14 EMA. Now it needs to break the 900s to go anywhere, and it has a good chance. We've got this 50 EMA in here. Is going to act like we're, you know, support though, so we have to bust through that. All right, so we got that. We'll put your stop loss right there. That's the 900s. Let's just push it up a little bit, give it a little bit of room to think about what it wants to do. I'm going to go back up a little bit more, because this, I mean, the 900s want to hold, and it might stop us out, but I'm going to give it a little bit more room, guys, because the 900s are trying to hold, but at the same time, it could flush again and go right back down. I mean, it did create a wick. But that is not to say that it's going to be pushed all the way back up. But it can be. The buyers, the bulls are stepping in. There we go. Come on. Need it to push down under the 900s and stay underneath these 900s. And if it doesn't, then we're going to be re-entering because it's going to hit us and get us out. And it's going to get us out. Well, I say it is. Let's see. Okay. Maybe not. Alright. Bears are trying to grab it. Take us down. Gonna do it. I'm up for profit for day, but I mean, it's trying. Now we got 45 seconds on that candle. It took us out. Okay. So we know we're at the 900s. So we can always go back. We can always get right back in. We're not down $15. I mean, it's not like you blew the bank on that one. And I'm gonna go back in again on this short, and I'm gonna come up for 4 this time, and then see what happens here. 4 contracts. Bring it down because I have seen these patterns before where it's a flush and it'll flush down and go at least to the the 90s and the 80s, and then it'll retract back up. But I could be wrong again. Trading is all about probability. Just keep trying your same trading pattern until, and here we go, until we get what we need out of it. All right, $29. And if I wouldn't have moved my stop, it'd have been good. So it's going down to the 90s. So, well, there you go. There you go, YouTube. If I would have held, we could have bought a lot of Happy Meals with that. But that's what I wanted to show you today is if you're in the right direction, you draw your lines. You don't have to draw your lines, or you can put imaginary lines, whatever. But you got your EMAs if you're going to trade your EMAs. When I was trading this right here, I wasn't even looking at the tick strike or the book map. They were just there. I was ignoring that, and I was watching price action. So this is a perfectly good example to watch the levels that you're trading in. Watch where you're at. Watch your support and resistance areas. You can draw lines. You've got indicators you can put on your charts. But at the end of the day, it's just staying confident on what you're wanting to do and your bias, because your bias could change from to long to short in a given notice of how NQ does and MMQ as well. So just kind of watch that. And if you have any comments or questions, please comment down below and hit subscribe button. And I will see you next time. And you can check out my other videos that are right up here. Thank you.